Computer. Wonderful. Okay, guys, today is Monday, the June 1st. Happy June 1st, the first of the month here. Time to kick this month off proper, and we are making a lot of progress. Everyone, this basically concludes our first month into getting Healy out into the United States. It was an extremely fast-paced, but a really good energetic movement. I'm sure those of you that had home-based businesses before, you know the energy of different companies out there, whether it's a health and wellness product, if it's a cryptocurrency opportunity. Every country has its own feel to it. And I don't know about you all, but I think I definitely felt that this was, we're being rewarded for our time evenly. Before we hopped on this call, you know, congratulations for Brittany Clubs here. She went ahead and sold Brittany sold 2 residents today, huh?
Well, I sold one today and one 2 days ago. So within 3-day time frame.
So that's $1,000 commission just out of the gate.
I'd like to say in a week's time, I've sold 3.
Hey, that's not bad at all. So if we took that, you know, that's 50. Let's go ahead and call that $1,500 times, you know, a week's time frame times 4 weeks. You know, I mean, that's $6,000 just on the. You know, if we look at that on a monthly scale, then we look at the scale, you know, with the full compensation plan, getting, you know, 10% check on the front lines, and as people have this where I'm going with this is the good flow of the flow just keeps going, right? It's like it feels good.
It really is. It's amazing. Right? The energy around it.
And it's crazy that people are feeling the energy around this before they even, she doesn't have the product yet, everyone. So don't feel that you need to wait for the product to get in your hands. Yeah. It's nice, but I've watched like the Chabot family, for example. I think they sold something like 9 residences before they even got their dang Healys at all. So, you know, I'd encourage you not to look for any kind of excuse to build your business.
Yeah, and I thought coming into this, I would have to have my residence to be able to sell it, but that is not the energy around this. Like, everyone wants it, and it's going to help so many lives. And it's just, people want it. You share it, people want it.
So how do you go about sharing that? Someone that doesn't have a device, because I mean, I have my flow. This is how I typically do this. I have them watch a 2.5 minute or one that 4-minute video that has my voice in it and stuff like this, and stuff.
I'm doing exactly what you're doing. Those 2 videos, and then I just kind of like put out what I'm expecting for it, you know, and just talking about the machine, and people that I'm introducing it to, they know about frequency and health, and I'm introducing it to people that I know can receive it right now.
Right. So that's pretty cool. You guys just heard how Brittany is. Look at her. She's just making it happen without even having a unit, and I love that. So nice. When you get a unit in your hands, I think that thing's going to just be like a weapon of closing people left and right there, right?
I'm excited.
That's really cool. So one thing I share with you guys also new today, a highlight during the day was I had a video interview today with the film crew of David Icke. Okay. And I was asked by compliance not to do the interview regarding Healy, just a heads up. So I moved so fast, I didn't have a chance to talk to compliance. I was like, well, so I talked to the film producers and stuff. They're like, well, listen, you don't even have to mention it. Just kind of talk about frequency and like what you personally experienced. And so I shared my story on there without even saying anything about our company's name on there. So the interview person was actually in tears when I shared that, and she was just so blown away by it. And she's also a Healy representative, which is really cool. I gotta let my cat in for a second. He's just going bonkers. 1 second here. So cat wants to be on film. So anyways, what was interesting about this is when I was talking to him, then I've been kind of trying to put this in a way that it could be most beneficial for you all out there. So this is what I came up with. This is really, really cool. I've been working all week on getting big names out there because we're all 6 degrees separation, but I do have some pretty amazing connections, and I've kept my contacts very organized. So I had, now what we're doing is it's going to be a 45-minute documentary documentary coming out right now. I spent about an hour and a half again on the phone with Dr. Carolyn McMakin today. I spent about an hour on the phone yesterday with Carolyn McMakin again yesterday. Unfortunately, we're not going to have her on webinars on here, I don't think, until we actually have the product coming out. But she's doing some stuff behind the scenes that's going to really help with the frequency movement for all of us. And she is actually going to have a place in the documentary also coming out on this little video thing that they're doing, okay? There is going to be also on this thing, video, there is going, I'm sure Marcus is going to be there on this. I've forwarded the information up. I tried to get solid confirmation. Don't quote me on it, but there's no reason why Marcus wouldn't want to be on a David Icke production just talking about frequency. So I'm sure that's going to definitely happen. We should know that right away. So imagine this lineup: Carol McMakin, Marcus Schmieke, you know, David Icke's film crew, and then you add on there also there's a crystal company that deals with frequencies also. If you guys saw that tomato recently sitting, that was 210 days off the vine, okay? And we're just talking about frequency in general here. And I really kind of wanted to open up these calls also, guys, just talking about frequency. So we're not just going like testimonials, going to, you know, building the business, but I want you also at the same time to have a really true understanding of what the power of frequency is, because this stuff is like magic. It's like, it's when you see a tomato, one of these little tiny tomatoes, you can find out on my YouTube channel, and you see this tomato 210 days old off the vine. Carol and I had a hilarious conversation about this today because she was so blown away by it when I sent it to her. You know, this little tiny tomato, and how long would this typically last on your countertop? 3 to 4 days, maybe something like that, not being refrigerated. It's not an onion. It's not a, you know, we're talking about a tiny little tomato. To see a 210-day-old tomato just sitting next to something that's emitting frequencies from it, that's not even hooked up to it like we're hooked up to Healy, you know, with probably just one frequency. I don't know much about that technology. It's just everything's frequency, but what this technology is emitting, you couldn't tell the difference between that tomato if it was 3 days old or if it was 210 days old. Think about that. So the guy that has those crystals, he's actually going to be in this video also, okay, about frequencies, which is really cool. And so this video is becoming this meeting of the minds of all these great people in the space. And also I have connections, if you guys have seen recently, that I've been talking about, there's a billionaire over in Australia who has these frequency beds that are, I think they're something like $60,000, but we brought him into the mix also because it's I don't know many billionaires out there that are really huge into frequency technology out there. One second, please, Chris, I'm gonna mute you out here. You know, so it's going to have different aspects is where I'm going with this. And obviously there's a massive awakening. You need to get out. Come on, go outside. Go outside. I'm sorry, you've been way too loud there, buddy. So sorry about that. I don't know. But anyways, my point is just imagine those different dynamics right there and how Healy and also Dr. Daniel Amen's team. Also, I spoke to the doctors over at the Amen Clinic today. My doctor over there, they're going to be, I'm sure they're going to be doing something on there as well. So I'm going to go to the Amen Clinic tomorrow and confirm that. So imagine all those minds coming together. This video will be released in about 30 days from now, 30 to 40 days tops. And that will be a really good tool is where I'm really going with this for you all out there. Okay. So that's good right there. Let's go ahead and just open up for a second to some other people on the call here today. Maybe I haven't said anything in the past here. They're new to this. Does anyone want to say anything here? Nada, nada, nada? No? Okay. Okay. So another thing I've been thinking about, guys, is doing this. Instead of doing these calls every single day, I'm really thinking that we break these calls up into every other day, which is still more than anyone else is really doing out there. And I don't at the same time want you to feel like you have to be on this call. What do you guys think? Would you be okay if I did the call every other day, like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of type thing? You think that would be sufficient, you know, kind of type thing? I think so, okay? So from this point forward, that's what we're going to agree and see some hands going up. Thank you for giving me a little bit of a break. We'll move this to a Monday, Wednesday call right here. Let me see. So I spoke to Rick Fleshman today, everyone. We finally, some large amounts of money were transferred over to start getting all the paychecks, kind of start getting things going on here. So we're going to see that all the numbers get finalized, and that's all going to be clear. I deal with a lot of phone calls with people talking about their things not being accurate in the back office, but I just know that they're going to finally get this all under control right here. So I'm really excited to see that people are really growing this business so naturally right now with this, and just the timing. And one thing I touched base on, on Saturday was, think about the timing of all this. It's like there's those people out there that with this rioting going on. Think about how divine this timing is. And they're rioting and causing chaos out there. And what are we doing? We're doing the most. We're like, I don't even watch the news. I don't pay any attention to this stuff, or go downtown and just check it out or whatever and stuff like this. I don't got time for that. We are doing the most, and us dedicating our energy into raising the vibrational frequency of all the people around us and offering an opportunity. Hey, I get it. These people's feelings are hurt. They're deemed probably non-essential workers. Their probably families are hurting, right, with all this stuff going on. And then you add that to some racism issue going on. What's next? The San Andreas Fault is going to break off or something. I don't know. But we have to remain positive and keep our spirits high and keep moving forward, because those people are all sooner or later going to gravitate back toward us, back this way, and they're going to see that we're not giving in to that. So I think that's one of the biggest things that you can do right now is keep your frequency high and not really get all that's not really a conversation that I even have with anyone is talking about those things going on so much out there. So anyways, let's go ahead and open up to someone else. Someone say something. Just someone say something. I know we got Chris here taking a look at things today. Hey, Chris. I'm going to unmute Chris here. Chris is new. Chris and I have a phone call. You guys are going to help me close Chris real fast. He's one of my quote prospects, buddies on Facebook. We're just getting a chance to know each other, but Chris is here smelling this opportunity out. Chris, ask a question. I'm going to have someone else on here give it an answer for you just for fun.
I just want to know some of people's, unique experiences, beyond the basic stuff that everybody talks about.
Right, exactly. So let me see here. I'm going to go like this, and I think there's let me see here. Wonderful. So you want to hear basic experiences, you're saying?
No, I would like to hear some kind of, some unique experiences. I know that Healy, talks about certain basic things. I've heard I heard Nicole talk about how someone's scars or warts were disappearing, stuff like that. I'd like to hear some people's experiences and, some of their experiences, aren't very, geez. Okay. Sorry, I got cut off there.
Well, there you go. Perfect.
I'd like to hear some, some people's experiences, just like what they've, what they felt, anybody lost weight, anybody, grown more hair, just anything like that.
Yeah, and so, Chris, one of the reasons why we have this chat, by the way, guys, when you do have, excuse me here, I now have expanded this. When I record these calls for us, we'll see all of our faces on these screens, which is kind of cool right here. So we'll see more interaction, stuff like this is great. But okay, I don't know why I wasn't doing this earlier on. But one of the reasons for these calls, Chris, is to really protect the space, because this is such mind-blowing technology and it does so much that I'm here to moderate. Like if someone starts saying some stuff about something, we just really want to protect what we have. So we kind of have like a little wink about, how good this is. Does someone want to go ahead? Judy, you got some experience, right? Judy's.
No, I don't. I'm still waiting for my machine. I'm super excited.
Okay, so I'll go ahead. Not a problem. I know Jeanette always like Marilace. Did you raise your hand or no? Was it no? Jeanette, are you there? Or Tony O'Brien also. She's been with us for quite a while and she works with a lot of people. Tony, could you come on for a second?
Sure. Hi.
Hello, Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hey, yeah, what was the question?
The question is, he's just wanting to hear, like, kind of, you have a spa or whatever down in California right there and help a lot of people with this kind of stuff. How would you just describe the effects that this is having on the people that you're working with?
Well, it's quite a range. It's a wide range, but I can say that I've seen the exact correlation from what the company has found in their studies, that 96% or more of people are happy and want to recommend. Everybody is either feeling more calm and relaxed, to their pain is going away, to I'm finding ways to say this compliantly.
Right.
Things are being balanced out in all areas of the body, and even past unbalanced traumatic issues are being balanced out. People are sleeping deeply, more clarity, more energy. I've seen a lot. I've seen an awful lot. I think I've probably seen close to about, I don't know, somewhere between 100 and 200 sessions. So I've seen a lot, and it's exciting.
Yeah. It's just about people feeling good. Also, when you remove the inflammation from the body, you're removing inflammation from the brain. And when we have inflammation of the brain, it can cause it can probably cause anxiety. It can cause you get kind of short-tempered possibly, or something like that. So I just watch people overall, Chris, feel a lot more happier, mood elevation, quite a bit from this.
Have you heard anybody talk about like sleep? I've had major insomnia ever since I was a child, and nothing I have taken has worked.
Okay.
Yes, a lot. Yeah.
Go ahead, Joy.
Yeah, it's common. It's common. I mean, it's bringing people into balance. Their sleep is getting better, and they're having more energy in the day. That, and if you combine it with some of the basics, like get out in the sunshine in the morning, get that early morning sunrise, sunshine, that UV zero on your skin and in your eyes, and that's going to help reset your circadian rhythms, help you discharge energies as well. So if you can get out and get grounded and get in the sun and do some of those basic things, that with the Healy, you're going to see a massive improvement.
Yep, most definitely. Speaking about sleep, there's one case I really liked. It was done by one of our girls, and she had a Fitbit watch which would monitor her frequencies. I don't have a Fitbit watch. I'm going to get our watch obviously here this month, but it would monitor the sleep patterns there, Chris. And she actually she was always up through the night having insomnia issues, and after using the Healy, it was night and day difference. It would show these little graphs with these lines going up, marking like where she was not getting her REM sleep and stuff like that, when she was getting not such deep sleep. And so it shows it in real time, the days that she had the Healy on, which was documented on her Healy because she's got the cloud thing. So it all completely matched up with the Fitbit, which was the clearest evidence that I've seen on helping with sleep right there. So yeah, that would suck not to be able to sleep. I think we've all had those moments in our life where we can't sleep that well, and that's not fun at all. A lot of times it's stress. Stress, I think, is a big thing for that, right? So, anyone else? No one else right here? Golly. Okay, so anyways, this week I'm actually working on getting some PDFs put together for you all, and I was supposed to have this email mailer thing ready this weekend, and I ran out of time to have for you all. I'm still working on getting this ready, and I'm not sure if any of you have like an email that you're sending off to people, if you could, that you're currently using, if you could send that to me. What I'll do is I'll compile the information from all these different emails out there, and then put it together in one that I think is like the best fit. And you guys can either choose to use that email as you're sending out to prospects, or you can go use your own. sorry, my face is red. I took some niacin actually before I hopped in this chat. I'm all flushed right now. So anyways, that's that. I'm really impressed with how our group is going right now. I think I looked at my team numbers just on my own group, my leg, and I think I added like 100 people to my team just in the last 24 hours as Healy members. So the growth is just continue to go and go and go. And we will see a major explosion in our businesses. Just imagine when you guys have your reps out there that are actually happy with their units being delivered right now. Right now, I just feel like there's this kind of like pent up thing where, once we do it, these chats, things that we're having right now are really going to go to all new levels with, because we're going to have a lot more excitement. I'm not calling this not exciting, but it's about ready to just level up and go to, like stairs. We have a lot more people involved there. Yeah, little baby right there. So that's cool. Yeah. Who else would like to say something here? No?
Hey, Ryan, it's Terry.
Yeah. Hey, Terry.
Hey, do you want a couple more testimonials?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead. You know the boundaries of what we can say and can't. You've been with us for a while. Sure, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been with my other business. I know compliance. So, couple of quick ones. So you want some direct testimonials from me. So I'm kind of a skeptical person, and I always hear people's testimonials and yeah, it works for them, never works for me. So two things, when you were talking to sleep, this kind of is a sleep issue because it kind of shows what those programs can do. This was more on the mental side where I was very overwhelmed and just too many things and kind of anxiety and I was tired because I had a lot of things going on. And so I ran one of the mental programs and it made me very tired and knocked me out. I went to sleep for like an hour, woke up, and mentally I was really better and I was awake. I had a lot of energy. It really gave me that rest that I needed, even though it was a short time. So I haven't really run all the sleep programs because I sleep really well. And I can imagine those can do even better, and they have for my husband. So then another issue, which some other things had not helped me with, I'd been dealing with since October. I think I can say it as inflammation of the bursa, and it's on my left knee. And within 2 weeks of running a couple programs daily on it, it's back to normal. I'm back to walking. We can actually say pain, so I have no more pain in that area. And nothing else had ever done. I didn't want to do the shots with the doctors. So for me, that was phenomenal. That worked that quickly, and it actually took care of the issue. So, and there's a lot of other things I can tell it's doing for me, but those are two big direct ones.
That's good. That's good. I'm really glad to hear it's working well for you. I remember the first time you guys came all the way up from Portland to my house there, and showed you the Healy back in the day when my presentations were rusty before I really got going in this business. And here we are now. And your teams, Terry, how big are your teams now?
Oh, I don't know. Peter takes care more of that and looks more at that than I don't even know what's going on in that. I know it's pretty good.
You guys have a fun thing run. What can you say about building this as a couple? You guys are very blessed to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's always been great. We've been working with each other for over 20 years, so we're kind of used to it. So he does his side, which is the talking to people, and then I do my side, which is the back end stuff and the paperwork and some of the other things. So it works out really well.
That's so cool. That's cool. If you guys see a nice girl out there, I'm looking for one that I can team up with like that, okay?
Okay. Keep my eye out.
So, all righty. So that's fun. That's really cool. That we got a lot of great couples in our company. Kenny and his wife, the Williams and stuff. They kick some big time tail together. And gosh, and I've seen people coming in on this, like yesterday I had someone join, they're going to come at the 500, and then they just text me back like right after the end. You know what? Couldn't resist, went all the way in. Love those calls, where your commissions go from $100 up to $500 just like that. And I'm just, gosh, it's growing. So it's really good. Let me see. Does anyone have any other questions? I think I should get to like some training. I really want to, what I'm going to do moving forward, and I apologize, is I want to start having notes like of things that we talk to, that we think about during the week, so we can kind of address these and stuff, you know, when we have these calls, just different subjects and topics like this and things. So I'm going to prepare something really good for our Wednesday. Most definitely. I think we're going to actually do a training on that one, is what we're going to do on that day, more training specific. And I think if you guys are open to it, I love doing the YouTube training thing. Okay. Is that, Jeanette, what do you think? Jeanette's a mute. Let's see. So I can't hear you, Jeanette. But let me see here. Let's go mute you there for a second. I'm sorry.
I am so ready to bring it, man. I want them. I want them to learn more and more and more all day long. So I'm ready.
Yeah, Jeanette comes over a lot and just sits right next to me at this computer and stuff. And you've learned a lot, Jeanette, right? Like getting all organized. There's a lot of getting organized as an online marketer. Getting your being thorough about your contacts. I encourage you guys to get used to, as an online marketer, take this time to get better at using your Google Calendar. I just use, let me see here, using a Google Calendar. I think what I'd like to do is, there's a technology that I use called a CRM system. And I think this would be a really fun lesson to do, is a CRM system training. Okay, this stands for a client relationship management software, which will help you guys track. And I've got a free one that I'm going to share with you on Wednesday. We'll plan on that. Okay, guys. So this will be probably about a little bit longer, but this is going to allow you to keep track of who your clients are that you come interaction with, keeping track of their account names. So when you're helping their team members, you can pull up their file and be like, and know their affiliate link, and know what level they're at, paid up to and stuff like this. And really, that'll keep you really organized, because, as we grow these teams of thousands and thousands of people, and people are calling you, they're like, gosh, we're doing it. And I've got like 11,000 people on my phone. People are calling me. I'll quickly reference my notes real fast and know exactly who I'm talking to and details that I've recorded. Right, Jeanette? I'm really good at that, huh?
Yeah, no, you're amazing. And so I just sit there and wait till I get a moment, because he's so busy, and I respect Ryan. So I'm hanging on to your coattail, young man.
I know you are. What you're here today. But it's nice. So you guys, that's what we'll do. I'll prepare that. If you guys would, I'm going to show you this. You guys can download this app, and I'm going to give you some homework right now as we kind of in this call to get ready for next week, because we're at 30 after right now. So there is you see this thing right here? It's called Zen. It looks like this little yellow orange thing. It's called Zendesk Sell. Okay, I'm going to write this down in the chat real fast. 1 second, please. Zendesk Sell. 1 second, please. Excuse me. Oh my God. Okay. Zendesk space Sell, SELL. Okay. 1 second here. Okay. Let me make this chat smaller here so I can see what I'm doing in the world. Okay. I'm sorry, this thing like made my chat box really huge. So you guys can find this on your Android store or your smartphone thing. So what I want you to do is download this app, whoever chooses to partake in this valuable lesson. So it looks like Zendesk Sell. And this is by a company called WWW. Again, it's free. I've been using the same software for years. And I've tried a lot of CRM systems. CRM systems are like things like Salesforce, for example, okay? The contact relationship management systems, I guess is what they call them. I always get it wrong. Okay, so client management relationships or whatever. I think you can actually go to futuresimple.com. They kind of changed their name around a little bit and scope that up. But what you're going to do is you're going to download this app, just like we were doing Jeanette the other day in the office. You're going to download this simple app. And then what you're going to do is you're going to import your contact list in there. It's going to say, do you want to add contacts into it? I want you to import all of your contacts into this. Okay. So number 1, download Zendesk Sell. Zendesk. Okay. Number 2, then you're going to go ahead and import your contact. Okay. There we go. So let me mute that real quick there for you. Does anyone have any questions about that process? Pretty self-explanatory. 2 little things. Okay, cool. All right. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to really organized with this. I'll give you an example just of what this does real fast here. So as I'm in this, okay, let me see, 5 minutes. Let me see, we have it already, 5 minutes. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up this Zendesk cell. I'll show you guys how I've used this today. If I hit contacts at the very, very bottom here, I know you can't see anything I'm even looking at, but after you import your contacts, they're all going to be in the back right here. Let's say I'm going to pull up, let's see who I can pull up on here. Brittany Clubs. Let me see, I'm going to put Brittany Clubs. So every time I add someone into my cell phone, I'm just giving you a brief overview. So when we have that next call, Brittany Clubs, let me see. Okay, let's see, Brittany Clubs. Okay, so as I type in Brittany, all my Brittany's pop up just like my contacts list on my phone right here, okay? Now, as I hit on Brittany Clubs, I've got different notes on Brittany Clubs, so I'm always very thorough with my contacts. Y'all, one thing, like sometimes we'll put in our phones like nicknames for people and stuff like that. I don't do that because every one of my contacts, when I have an assistant working for me or something like this, which I've had for years, he doesn't know the little nicknames that I have for my people. So I always have my people in my phone as their name on Facebook, for example, is typically what I do. So inside here, Brittany, I don't have your city, state. I'm not sure where exactly you're at, but I'm constantly, as I'm talking to my people on the phone, I'm looking over their file and making sure that the stuff is complete, that I have their phone number, that I have their email address. So I can see that. And then if I hit this little notes thing up here, you can see I've got 2 notes on Brittany. I go ahead and press this right here. Okay. It says, okay, I met her on a daily Zoom call on 5/28/2020. This is a note. I call this a description note right here, where as I learn more about Brittany, you know, I say, well, Brittany has many children, you know, or whatever, just so I have things engaged with her when I'm more personal, so I can kind of free up the hard drive a little bit when I'm talking to people on the phone. You know, there she is right there. I have it. It says Healy. I have her username right there. Excuse me. Go back here. And then I have her username, and then I have directly who her sponsor is. So as I'm talking to her, I have all that information right there. And I may put after that, you know, Brittany's at the $500 level, whatever, I put that there, whatever. I do that with all the companies. If she's in doTERRA also, I'll add that underneath her also, all the companies that she's part in, you know, or all the companies I partake. I'm not saying I'm in doTERRA. That's the way that I use this. And then also, I'll leave another note here, which will say, I can see that I've emailed her, I've texted her, I haven't called Brittany, but I would maybe put Facebook or WhatsApp on there. So I'd have a list of different communications. So if I wanted to go and find out how I've communicated with Brittany, if I was like looking for some information, I would know the different means of communication that I could search because I took notes on the CRM system right there. So again, a description note, the first one that tells about who they are, who their username is for a certain company. Let me mute someone out there. We got Michelle having some yummies. She's making me hungry over there. Okay, and then you'll also have who their sponsor is and maybe what price point level that they're in right there. And then the second note that you add to that is, this is just how I've been doing it. That's worked for 11 years for me, all. Okay, and it's this is one of my other tips that's allowed me to move very, very quickly and to be a top recruiter in companies, because I stay organized, so my mind is more open for being more present in phone calls. I'm not sitting here the whole entire time like, gosh, who is this Brittany girl talking to me on the phone right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm not drawing a blank, and somebody will be like right here in the moment. Brittany, tell me real quick, what city, state are you in? Because I'm going to put it on my phone right now.
Harpersville, New York.
Okay, so here I am as I'm having that phone call. I'll be like just updating that real quick. Brittany, and watch this. I'm role playing, guys, but I'm knocking some stuff out right now at the same time. Hey, Brittany, what else do you do? This would be fun. We should do some role playing stuff, right? What else do you do for work, or what's your past background? A little bit.
doTERRA. I'm active in doTERRA.
I get psychic abilities. Just a heads up, guys. On these frequencies, also, I didn't even know that, but I did, I guess. Okay, so go ahead.
Good call. I'm also a Reiki practitioner.
Okay, so now you see that I added her doTERRA file, put doTERRA right there, and then I don't know who she's under. I'm not in that company, so I don't put that there, but I love okay, so I put Reiki. I'm adding a note here. She's a Reiki practitioner. What else? What else is going
on? That's pretty much it. I have 4 children, and like I told you before, my 3 older boys have the terminal disease.
Yeah.
That is Hunter syndrome.
terminal disease. So I'm taking notes on this because who knows? Give me 1 sec. Go ahead and share them for a second. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to call him back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So we're gonna end this call in a second, guys. But you see what I'm doing here? I'm taking the notes down and I'm writing. Let me see here. 4-3 have terminal. What's the name of it again?
Hunter syndrome.
Hunter syndrome.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Yep.
So I have this in the notes. Y'all, I have got to end this call because I have a emergency, but I'm just going to end it to build anticipation for the next call, where I'm going to show you guys how to be ninjas when it comes to contacts. Okay, so we're going to nail it next Wednesday. Be a phenomenal call. Go and just recruit like beast mode here between now and Wednesday, and I'll see y'all later. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Hey guys. All right. See ya. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Take care.